Morning, everybody. Did a quick video this morning. I know it's been a couple of them in less than a week, but I was gonna do one this morning, and I was gonna use my iPad. But on the iPad, you can't share screen, and I was gonna share screen because I want to share a video, but for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. I tried to email a video to myself. It ain't showing up in my email. And I can't find it. And I have it, but it's the guy, Dr. David E. Martin. I shared a video of his probably 6 months ago, and he's the dude that had all the information that they've been doing the C19 research since 1965, I believe. And yeah, he had all the receipts for all their stuff, and he's got a new video out, and he's going even harder. He's going hard at the WHO, and he's saying ain't nothing short of arresting them for criminal conspiracy, for murder, all of it. Just he lays it out. He goes over the four things, and most of us all know. You think of the plant, you think of it, then you fund it, then you, There's 4 steps. Think of the plan, you fund the plan, then you create a situation for the plan, then you implement and profit. And this guy straight up, wake and bake with you guys. And this guy straight up shows it out of their own paperwork that they're doing what they're doing. They say it straight out. They're not hiding it. And he says, it's just, man, it's real. It's criminal that they've been planning this for a long time, and then they implemented it. And it says, going forward, and full stop, get these people completely just dissolve the WHO, get rid of the WHO. Don't listen to the WHO. I don't know why we ever listened to them. When I first heard about the WEF and the WHO, I was like, why does anybody even listen to them? I mean, if they had some good ideas, maybe we listen to them about that idea. But I always thought it was weird. It was weird. Why are we listening to these people? They just showed up out of the blue. The same thing with think tanks. I thought that was awful strange. The think tank whole concept is that for the good of humanity, we're going to get the smartest people we know. We're going to think. We're going to fix stuff just for you. It's nothing for us, just for you. Think tanks. They ain't doing much thinking. Not much good thinking anyway. That's weird. That's weird. My video. Okay. Now it's playing. It wasn't playing. On my. You gotta play this stuff to make sure you're going through and you got audio and all that. How many times have I done stuff and there was no audio? A couple of times. But geez, being up this early, golly. with his ankle hurting the way it is. And it keeps, oh man, it is it's miserable ankle. But it's a mess. And so with it, lately, his shoulder has really gotten bad. The shoulder's terrible. Like my shirt, my Jet Smell shirt, one of my favorite shirts. Aging, man. It ain't easy. Golly. And mine, it's part aging, but those dadgum seizures, they sure took a toll on my body. I didn't realize how bad my lower extremities were, my ankles, my knees, my hips, until this happened, until I hurt this ankle. And oh wow, when you start having to favor one side or the other, really lights up the other parts. And wow, on my feet every day when I get up, my feet hurt so bad. Oh man. And it is the bottoms of my feet. They just hurt so bad. It's weird. Because aging ain't easy. The old noggin's still okay. My vision is getting terrible. Oh my god, it's getting terrible. I was supposed to have gone to the optometrist shoot, man, 6 months ago. And I had an appointment. And I went. And they said, thanks. We appreciate you coming, but we ain't got no optometrist. Yeah, she gone. We ain't got no optometrist. Call back, and I called back, and they still ain't got an optometrist. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere. And I don't want to go into Beaumont. You know, it's freaking 30 minutes over to Beaumont, and it's always a pain in the butt. But I've been thinking about this aging crap. My mom and dad out in West Texas, and they're not doing great, and they're just completely gone off the rails with my brother. They won't even talk to me. They won't answer phone calls. They won't answer texts. And my brother are mad at everybody because my brother, my dad's neurologist, filled out and turned in and handed over the form for him to not drive anymore, and sent a deal into the Department of Public Safety, to the DPS, and they put you on the list of suspended licenses. Well, my brother and my dad got very upset. They got very mad at my brother for doing this, and they hadn't spoke to us. And from what I understand, second hand, third hand, she's supposed to be going, my mom's supposed to be going for lab work today. And she had colon cancer about 7 years ago. And she's been good. She's been cancer free. But my youngest, Madison, was out there about 2 months ago. And my mom told her that her cancer was back. But nobody knows if it's true or not. So I'd appreciate any prayers for the Gartman clan. My dad's got dementia, so he doesn't know what's going on. My mom's scared to death, and so she's just shutting down. She won't talk to anybody. She just, I don't know. I ain't been out there. I was gonna head out there this week, and I texted my mom, said I was coming out, and this was one of the first times she did answer me back, and she said, "No, you don't need to come out here. I'm too busy. I ain't got time for it." I said, "Well, I do have a brother out there, and I have aunts and uncles. I can come visit them. So I might stop by and see you for a few minutes. You ain't the top priority here. I'm still coming. No, you don't need to come. Don't come by and see us. We don't want to see you." Okay. That's fucked up, but okay. I don't know what I've done to them, but they're just, man, that's bad. I'm not happy about it. I don't know what's going on. And they got a housekeeper, and they got a kind of a maintenance guy. Helps my dad around. And we don't trust them. I think they're taking huge advantage of my parents. And my brother, about 6 months ago, when they were still in with them, my parents, my goofy parents, had like 400,000 in cash in their safe. Tell my brother, I said, yeah, get that shit out of there. Put it in the safety deposit box. Get it out of their house. Fuck. People that come and go, you know, freaking laborers and different people that have been in their house working, doing stuff. Man, and they've got it in one of those small floor safes. It's not a big safe. It's packed. And like, Jesus Christ, those people. Because my dad, back when him and my mom both started drawing Social Security, they didn't need the money, so they just cashed the checks and put the cash in the safe. And then last couple of years, they had I think they had 13 rent houses in the end, and they've sold about 5 or 6 of them. And they took that cash, put in that safe. It's like, God dang. Yeah, well, and I don't blame them for not wanting to put it in the bank. It's only insured up to $200,000, so you don't want to give it away. So we're trying to get them to fucking put that shit in the safety deposit box. Put this shit away. My mom's jewelry, it's all out everywhere. She don't wear it anymore. She don't go anywhere. She's got a lot of jewelry that's just sitting out. So a lot of stuff. But it's a sad deal, man. When you're freaking parents, I don't want nothing to do with you. Do not come and see us. Okay. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to an 8-hour drive to go see them, but I'm willing to do it. My brother's like, if you're coming out here to see them, don't waste your time. You know, it's sad. My heart's breaking. I don't know what to do. There's no talking to them. Talked to her, the housekeeper, yesterday, and she said she's taking my mom to get her lab work. And I said, well, for what? What's going on? Well, you know, last time I said something, your parents found out and they got mad at me. So I'm not getting in this. You're already in it. You're already fucking in it. You taking my parents to medical appointments and not telling us what's going on. You're in it, and you're going to be liable if you don't freaking tell me what I want to know. And she's like, well, she got upset with me. She's like, well, if y'all treated your parents better, what the hell are you talking about? Well, they told me how mean y'all are to them. I was like, oh my God, my mom's psychotic. I'm like, if you believe those old people, okay, whatever, but it's not your fucking place. Step back, be the fucking housekeeper, and that's all we need from you. You know, don't be hiding secrets for them or nothing. We need to know if you want to take responsibility for their health and well-being, then fine, go ahead. It's on you. But, you know, don't call us when they want you and they want to hold you responsible for one of them dying or something. He said, I know you're not taking care of their medications. You don't have a clue how to take care of their medications. No, they didn't ask me to. I know they don't ask anybody because they got it fucked up and they don't want anybody in there messing with them, and it's all messed up. And they won't listen to nobody. And you have no idea whatsoever what you're doing. I don't want to be in the middle of it. Then get completely out of the hell way. Get out of the way. And quit going along with anything and everything they say. When they tell you, I said, how could you even believe that I've done anything? I haven't even been there in a year. Yeah. Why would you think for 1 second I haven't done anything? Oops, dogs heard something. Now, and those are my brother. I'm mad at him because he's trying to enforce what the doctor said. No driving. Your brain's, getting to be mush. You don't need to drive. So I don't know what the hell her problem is. I'm calling Adult Protective Services on her today for withholding medical information from me because I have medical power of attorney, and that bitch, she don't have a clue who she's messing with. I'm calling them up. I hope I'm gonna do my best to get her freaking arrested. At least scare her for endangering my parents' life. And she's got to prove that she didn't. Yeah. I can prove that she has no medical training whatsoever. I can prove that she's withholding information from us. I can prove all that. So she got damn well proved she's got any kind of medical training at all to be able to make those decisions for my parents. Ain't none of her damn business. So yeah, aging ain't easy. We my brother, he don't know what to do. He's tried everything, and it's my mom. My mom is literally, and this is no hyperbole. It's just not expanding or expounding. She's crazy. She's crazy now, and she's in that paranoia where everybody's out to get them. Only people they trust are people that do exactly what they say. If this housekeeper was to go, now wait a minute, Miss Cartman, your sons, I've talked to them and they want to, this isn't what's going on. Get out, get out. They just throw her out. Just get out, leave. I ain't talking to you. Just 2 or 3 different people, family members, go over and it's all fine until they start going, hey, what's going on here? I don't want to talk about it. Leave, just leave. And those people are like, well, hang on. No, leave. And they get pissed. They're like, we ain't talking about it. We ain't talking about it. They're trying to take everything from us. They're trying to put us in a nursing home. They're trying to take all our money. And I even showed my parents on the phone my bank account. Do you think I need your money? I got more money than you do, more than likely. I need your shit. Get that off the table. That's off the table. I want your shit. I said, when y'all die, all this shit in this house is going on auction. I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. I don't think we want it. We want you to be comfortable. We want you to be happy and healthy till your last breath. We want to make sure that's done for you. Nobody wants your shit. And that's what's sad is me and my brother, we've been very successful in life. Have good kids, raise good kids. My daughter Madison is giving them great grandkids. They've got it pretty good. They've got it pretty damn good. They had a pretty good life. They did just fine. But they've always been, I don't know what you say. I guess the best way to describe my parents is just greedy and selfish. Very selfish people. Very selfish. And me and my brother, we're lucky. We saw it. These people suck. Our parents are assholes. Have been a long time. Have been for a long, long time. And what do you do when your parents are assholes? Can't pick your parents. As in my seizures are because my dad had an affair with an old gal while I was in high school, and her ex-husband, after he had remarried a year later, hit me over the head with a beer mug because he was too chicken shit to go hit my dad. So he hits me, 17-year-old kid, over the head, and I've had seizures ever since. Bad seizures, grand mal seizures that broke my back, seizures that I got concussions from before, stitches over my eye, had a seizure one night when I was alone. I was single. Thanks a lot, Dad. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that shit. And he's never once went, man, wow, I'm sorry I did that. It was on me. I did that, and that's it. That situation. That's why that happened to you. I'm sorry. He's never apologized. He didn't give a shit. And then him and the guy didn't take many years later. They're back friends again. No big deal. No big deal. I wanted to confront the guy a couple of times. My cat was like, no. I said, I just want to ask him, do you have any idea how you fucked me for the rest of my life? With these seizures? Do you have any idea what you've done to me? You know, you have no idea. You know? I'm going to tell the guy, you shouldn't have been pissed. Y'all were swapping each other out anyway. Why'd you get pissed when your old lady? Yeah, chose somebody else. Yep. I guess my dad's some kind of stud. Took your wife, but that ain't on me. That's not on me. Why'd you hit me? Hit me twice. But I did not go unconscious. I still remember it. He hit me right on top of the head twice. I hit the wall, slid down the wall, felt my head. He was standing right there over me. I grabbed his legs and pulled him out from under him, and I jumped on top of him. I beat the shit out of that motherfucker. They pulled me off of him, and he was bleeding everywhere. And his wife was screaming, why are you hitting him? He's drunk. Why are you hitting him? He's drunk. She had no idea what had happened. And I got in my car. I drove to the hospital, in the emergency room, and got there. I called my parents, and they came up there. And while I was in there getting stitched up, they brought him up to get stitched up. And my dad was in the lobby, and somebody came in and turned around, went right back out and told him, hey, he's in there. Gartman's in there. I don't think you want to take him in there. And so they took him back home. And after I got stitched up, my dad went to his house looking for him. This all happened about 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, 1 o'clock. My dad goes looking for him. He couldn't find him. They couldn't find him in his house. The people were looking for him. He disappeared. And come find out, they found him. He climbed a tree. He was hiding up in a tree out in the backyard. There's some big old trees back there. I think one of them had a tree house in it, if I remember. Yeah, they had a big old swimming pool. It's a nice place. But yeah, motherfucker hit me twice in the head because my dad busted his old lady's ass good enough. She ran off from him. And she didn't leave him for my dad. My dad and mom stayed together. They didn't divorce. But I did get to witness my dad punching my mom in the face. Coming home from the country club, she had her fur coat on. Tooth was missing. Lip balls rolled up. Blood all over her fur coat. They'd been out. Oh, was it Christmas? That was around Christmas at the country club. And the whore was there, and my mom said something, and when they were heading home, my dad, he didn't like her pointing out, there was old bitch you were fucking. He didn't like it, so he popped her. That's fucked up. I'm just laying that shit out about my parents. Oh, I'm so pissed about it. I'm so pissed. I can't believe they're acting like this. Me and my brother, we've been good kids by them. We've been good kids by them. We've honored our father and mother. But our parents, on the other hand, they didn't listen to the old parents, do not bring your children to anger, because they've done that to me and him. Wow, our whole life. Yeah. And they were supposed to be Christians. They said they were. My dad was a deacon at one point until he started drinking and carousing around with women again. And he quit the church and wasn't a deacon anymore. What does the Bible say about deacons, right? I don't know how he became one in the first place. It wasn't a very good vetting process. Pretty slim vetting process, but aging ain't easy. And for strangers to come in your parents' home and not know the people whatsoever. I mean, why wouldn't they believe what they were told? They don't know us. They've never talked to us. They've seen and met Dean a few times, but they don't sit there, for an hour or two and talk with him. So they're believing everything my parents said. And I sent her a text last night, lined it out to her. I told her, I said, whatever you gauge this situation, whatever your evaluation is of our family dynamics, that's completely irrelevant. You're the house. Do your job. Otherwise, say, I can't. No, Miss Gartman. I don't want to talk about that with you. That's not my business. I'm just cleaning the house. Hey, don't be picking sides and hiding shit and, withholding information, making decisions that you don't have near enough information to make. You don't have any reason to be making those decisions. It's not your place. So today I'm making some phone calls, calling Adult Protective Services. I called my aunt and I called my cousin, and we're gonna all meet up and go over there and give them we're gonna throw one last Hail Mary at them and go, look, y'all stop this nonsense. Nobody wants your shit. We want to be the ones here taking care of you. We want to make sure your medications are right. We want to be the ones. We don't trust these people. You're pissed off. You've gotten to the point where you can't drive. You can't drive now. So that is now a moot point. Why are you still mad about that? I don't know. But my dad's progressed far enough. I don't even think if he put the keys in his hand and headed towards the car, if he'd get there and remember what all he's doing. And my mom, she can't drive. She sits in a recliner all day. Same recliner for 8 years now, 7, 8 years. It's only about 20 feet from her chair to the bed. It's about another 20 feet, 30 feet into the kitchen. So that's about all she moves around anymore. That's not that she can't, she just won't. So, yeah, pray for us. Try and get through to them. Break my freaking heart, man. If my parents die and I ain't there and we're on decent terms. I mean, it's their choice. I'm doing what I can. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, I know people have been, in positions with parents like this before, and I tried, man, 3 years ago when I started noticing my dad slipping, had family together. It was Christmas, and I said, look, nobody ever wants to have this conversation. I said, but me and Kathy being in healthcare as long as we have, we see it. She sees it way too much. We're going to get up front of this for when you guys, something happens, and whether it be your health, whether it be, it doesn't matter, financial, we want to be there for y'all, and we want to have everything set up before anything happens. We want to go ahead and get medical powers of attorney, make sure you got your living will, make sure your will's lined out, make sure, everything's set up to do financial power of attorney. Let's make sure everything's in place. So when that happens, if say, and like I said, you get Alzheimer's. There gets to that point where Alzheimer's people are just angry and you can't communicate with us anymore. We don't want to get to that point and go, oh my God, we have to do something. We have to take, measures to get all these things, legalities done. And now you're not competent. You can't sign things. You don't know anymore. You have no say in anything now because you let it go too far. So let's not let it go too far. Let's get everything lined out right now. And I told my parents, and me and my brother, we told my parents, we said, we suggest that whatever you want people to have, give it to them right now while you're alive. Give them money if you want them to have money. If you want them, Mom, you want them to have jewelry, give them jewelry. If you want them to have the artwork, give them artwork. Whatever. Just do it now. Do it now, because we don't want to mess with this estate stuff when you're gone. We would rather you get it out now, see the people enjoy it, do it while you're in good sound mind and body, and you'll be taken care of. Your needs will be met for everything. You're not going to be put in a nursing home. You're not going to go on life supports, anything like that. You can die right here in your house, just like you want. We had it that 3 years ago. I approached, said, "This is what we need to do." Okay, everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah." And every time we approach them, we go, "Hey, we need to sit down. Let's do this." Yeah, man. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it got to a point where, yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. We're not going to do that. We won't need that. We don't need that. And I said, you don't need it now. But that's why we're doing this. And of course, man, they said, okay, finally, we got the power of attorneys. We got all that done. Went down, got the will, made sure the will was right. And thank God my mom is immobile. They were saying they were going to go get it all reversed. Well, that takes some doing. That takes both of them getting up off their asses and getting in the vehicle and going to the lawyer's office and getting the right paperwork and filling it all out and getting it notarized. And it's not just a few-minute thing. And plus, our attorney, my brother talked to the attorney, and he said, "Hey, they came in, and I gave them the paperwork, but they haven't brought it back. They haven't brought it back." So I said, we still have all those powers of attorney, and we're not exercising anything yet. There will be a time when we have to get the conservatorship and say, yeah, enough. They got plenty of leash. We just wish we could be there and help them out and make sure everything is okay. They, these housekeepers and maintenance guys, they don't really care about you. But it is what it is, because agent ain't easy. They're bitter. They're bitter people now. And that's what's crazy is they, of all the people in our family that would just want their stuff, they're like that with them. Oh, yeah, because those people, whatever they say goes. But me and my brother were like, yeah, whatever. No, we're doing this. This is what's proper. This is what we don't want to do that. So you go away. If we don't want to do it, go away. Go away. It's like dealing with some children. Like dealing with children. My mom, she don't want to talk to you. She just swallow up, won't talk. She just sit there. She don't say a word. She don't answer phone calls. She don't answer text. She gets all swole up about something, and I don't know why she's mad at me. I didn't do nothing. Just trying to help. But it is what it is. Aging ain't easy. But yeah, these mornings I was gonna say, well, no, I think I hit that pipe and I forgot. But golly, I've been feeling good lately. Otherwise, they're my regular stuff. And geez, man, after 6.5 hours, 7 hours of sleep, I play healing frequencies on my phone to sleep by. And look over there, and it's been running for 7 hours, 6.5, 7, 8 hours, and I've slept good. And I'm like, that's all I need. But geez, I gotta quit going to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. But I'm wore out by then. It's been a long day because I've been up since 4:35. I've been trying to adjust my clock where I go to bed a little later and get up a little later. But I enjoy these mornings with the dogs and you guys. If anybody's ever wondering why why I stream this early all the time. That's because once Kathy's up and gone and Alex is up and gone, me and the dogs we go do stuff. We get outside. We don't stay in the house much. So I get going. So I'll do it before we get the day going. So I guess that's it. Aging ain't easy, man. It's crazy. Pray for my parents. Pray for peace in their hearts and their minds. You know, me and my brother, we've honored our father and mother. We've done well. We haven't been perfect. Nobody's perfect. But as far as when it comes to them, we've always respected them, respected their, what they did for us. They always got their thank yous and their propers for the life they gave us. And that's one of my dad's biggest deals. Oh, jeez. My whole life. Anybody that would listen, especially if we just met you, it wouldn't take 5 minutes in a conversation before my dad's going, oh, yeah, I bought them motorcycles when they was 10, 11 years old. Yeah, oh, I bought those boys new vehicles. Not new. Bought them vehicles when they were, as soon as they could drive, 15 years old. Oh, yeah. I sent them boys, they got to go on ski trips. Oh, yeah. Just poking us, just shoving it in our face. Yeah, these kids have had everything. And me and my brother, we're humble. We're just like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying that to people? Why do you do that? And one of Kathy's friends is a nurse at doctor's office in Big Spring. One day called her and she goes, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. She says, you don't know how embarrassing your father-in-law is. He's been sitting here in the office for the last 30 minutes and he won't shut up about, oh, he's done this and he's got that. And he's been on trips to Germany and he's done this and that. And just nobody gives a shit. Shut up. But it just, yeah, big braggadocious. No humility, not humble at all. And I always noticed that. I always knew that about him growing up. And me and my brother really tried to be humble, and he's terrible. He's never. My parents, they've helped people. They've helped several people, and several relatives. They've helped people out financially my whole life. I had 2 aunts, 3 or 4 cousins came and lived with us down at bad times in their lives. Yeah. But my parents always held it against them. Still today as adults, first thing, boy, you're lucky we were there when you were a kid. You're lucky. You wouldn't be who you are without us. You're lucky. You're lucky we were there. Oh, we loved it. It was no problem, but you're lucky. We've only heard this 5,000 times. And every single one of them just about has at one point, if not multiple points, gone, hey, I just want to thank you. Appreciate that. And give them a nice gift or something for Christmas. Things like that, but it's never enough. Never enough. Never enough. There's nothing I could have ever done to get in my parents' good graces. I found out it's been about, when did we move to Merkel? 2014. Yeah, 2015. I found out through a dispute with my parents. I don't even remember what it was, but what came out of it was my parents saying to me that, to be honest, we never really like you. We never really give a shit for you and your personality. We didn't really like you. And I was like, okay. I mean, you're no fucking peach yourself, old man. You're pretty much about the biggest dick I've ever seen. You know, how many times I had to defend my old man from people going, Gartman, is your dad got that air conditioning place? I'm like, yeah, that's our business. He's an asshole. I agree. I'm not gonna argue with you. Not gonna argue with you. It was usually something where the person he was working on their their stuff, or they came in and just ask a simple question, and my dad's just, I ain't gonna fix your shit for you. If you want me to come fix it, I'll fucking come fix it, but don't come in asking me to fix it for you and tell you how to fix it and you go fix it. And they're like, oh, it's just sorry, I was just asking if this could be it. If something ain't working, call me and I'll come out there. But don't, just and worse than that, not just work, just uncouth and rude, braggadocious, knows everything. Ugh, pisses me off. But I'm still gonna do right by them. I'm gonna take care of them. I have to. They took care of me. When I came out of the world. I I don't know what else to do. I just don't. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna probably head out there. I may wait till the weekend. Head out there and give it one last try. Anyway, go talk to him. Go say, hey, I don't know what you want from me, but all we want to do is just make sure you're okay. And communication. If we call, answer. If we text, answer. That's all we ask. Make sure your home is being taken, cleaned. Make sure you got meals, all that. Going to appointments. That's all we want, but they're on. You just want my stuff. I don't want your stuff. My dad bought a bunch of this artist, Texas artist paintings. Dalhart Winberg bought a bunch of his paintings over the years, and he just loves that collection. And it's they're pretty pictures, but I'm not into it. And he thinks we want that stuff. They think we want it. We want to come in and take it on, sell it. He's got that 67 GTO. He thinks we want to come in and sell it. I ain't gonna sell it. I should be getting my truck back here in the next couple of weeks. Still at the body shop getting painted. Sure, I'll take that GTO, man. Ain't gonna sell it. What's wrong with you? But yeah, they think we just want to take it. No, I want to take it from you, but I don't want to come get it and sell it. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't do that for nothing. And I may go get it. I don't know. The paint job's still pretty good on it. It's original. It's all original. Engine was rebuilt once. Lois, quit tearing that up. You dumb dog. Yeah, got him a bed over there and he just chews it up. But yeah, I mean, the car is numbers matching. It had an engine rebuild, but it's still got all the parts, original parts, in a box in the trunk. It's got all the certificates. Everything's matching. Original paint job is gold, and has a black roof. But it's a great car, man. Runs good. Nobody wants to take it from him. He can't drive it anymore. His disease is processed to a point where he can't drive anymore. So okay, let us store it. We'll put a battery charger on it. We'll start it. Once every couple of weeks, maybe even drive it. We're not gonna sell it. Take you for rides in it. Spin the tires on it for him. All that. But the last thing is we want to come take it. I ain't got no place for it. I hired some people to come clean out the loft where Alan freaking lived. He left such a mess up there. He filled the dumpster up with shit he left. Me and my people here, we're downsizing, baby. I'm fixing to get somebody to come help clean out the other garage. I've got too much stuff. I got so much stuff that for things that I used to work on. You know, I got tools and parts and all these things, and saws and drills and everything from pneumatic to battery powered stuff, right? And I ain't use it anymore. Time to get rid of it. Time to lean down, clean it out, and get lighten the load. Lighten the load. Like this table right there, that big wooden thing, that thing's so heavy. I mean, you need tables and stuff, but next time we move, yeah, stuff like that, we wanna get rid of. That antique table over there in the corner that way, that's an antique, freaking 19th century freaking table, some antique deal my aunt had in an antique shop. Just sitting there. It's been moved so many times. I think it's still got a moving sticker on it somewhere. But it's just, we could get rid of this stuff. Because aging ain't easy. And all the moves we've done in the past 20 years, it was through the company. So they hired people and they came and wrapped everything in paper and boxed everything. We didn't have to do it. Just separate the stuff we want to keep out till we got moved in. But this next one is going to be on us. It's going to be on us. I've got a dolly. I got all the stuff. I got boxes, but I ain't going to do it. I can't do it. Back's too bad. So what do? Get rid of it. Line the load. If it ain't there, it don't have to be moved. Get this stuff cleaned out. I hope my truck, when I get that garage cleaned out, I hope it fits in there because it's pretty tall. It's a 3/4 ton truck. And you know how driveways are into garages, there's always that little hump right at the doorway. And it's going to be close. It's going to be close. And I'm still kicking around. I'm not 100% yet on the color. I'm thinking I'm between dark green and like gunmetal gray. I don't know. It's gray right now. It's a lighter gray, but I don't know. I should get that back in a few weeks. But with my parents and all, and that GTO, great car. It was well taken care of. All original miles. I think mileage on it's maybe 72,000, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't put away and just sat. It was driven. It was driven some. But they got a Toyota Sequoia. He's got a Ford F-150 sitting there. They don't drive them. They can't drive them now. So, I mean, what are you supposed to do with them? I tell him, hey, check with family members. Anybody need a vehicle? Anybody need a truck? Anybody need an SUV? They're not using them. What are they going to do? Sit there and keep registering them, keeping insurance on them when they just sit there? These are things, as your parents get older and things like this go down, you gotta take care of, because they don't need those vehicles. And I don't need the money. They don't need the money. So I say, find a family member, a friend. I had a friend that back twice, I remember, something like that happened. A family friend, they died, and he was approached saying, hey, he would have wanted you to have this truck, this truck. And you go, this beautiful super cab pickup. This is beautiful. Just given to him. It's just given to him. 2 different times that happened to the same guy. Everybody loved him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. And they were just like, hey, yeah, they would have wanted you to have this. We're not going to do anything with it. We don't need the money, so enjoy it. When I saw him with that first one, I was like, where'd you get his truck? He's like, you won't believe it. He said, I gave him $100. They wouldn't let me pay anything, so I left $100 in the kitchen. He said, but they were just like, no, here's the title. He would want you to have it. He didn't. And the guy took pristine freaking care of it. So, dude, man, that truck was just beautiful. GMC Super Cab. Like in 1980. So, I'm telling my parents, spread some joy. If you're alive, spread a little freaking joy. Don't sit here, stoked up in your house, all pissed off at everybody because you think everybody wants something from you. Can't you just give? What are you gonna do with it all? I'm telling them I don't want to sort through this crap when you die. I don't want to deal with it. So I guess some prayers, please. A few prayers. See what we can get done here. They're my parents. You do what you're supposed to do, right? It's like my dogs. I'm gonna take care of my dogs. I'm not gonna neglect them. I'm not gonna act like they don't exist. I'm gonna take care of you. It's not a bad analogy. I got so many dogs. It's like, I couldn't neglect them. And my parents, I'm not gonna neglect them. They're aging, and it ain't easy. So I'm gonna run, guys. Get Kathy's coffee ready. Trash is picked up today, so I have an empty dumpster. I'll roll it back down and fill it back up again. Call those guys to come back over. Let's do this garage. So I love y'all. Good discernment. Good vibration, guys. Take care.